Hello, I'm Carolyn Herbert from the Finance News Network, and joining me from the Antares Elite Opportunities Fund is Portfolio Manager Nick Pashias. Nick, welcome back.
Thank you, great to be here.
Now, can you start by giving us an introduction to the fund? What's its approach and objectives?
Sure, the Elite Opportunities Fund is a concentrated fund, so we own no more than 30 companies, and they're really our highest conviction ideas of Australian listed securities. The objective is to outperform the underlying benchmark, which is the ASX 200 index, by about 4% over rolling 5-year periods.
So Nick, with market volatility becoming a lot more commonplace, have you managed to find any investment opportunities, or are there any stocks that have turned around spectacularly for you?
Yeah, well, early in May we went to China, so I actually went over to China to have a look to see what the landscape was like. I try and get over there at least once a year. And what was clear this time was that things had started to improve. The government had embarked on a stimulus, particularly in infrastructure. We saw a lot of demand for infrastructure projects, and importantly, 25% of China's steel goes into infrastructure projects, and that has a lot of implications for the iron ore price. So we came back in May reasonably positive, certainly relative to the rest of the market, about iron ore, and we began buying Fortescue. So we started buying Fortescue at around $3. Today it's up at about $4.50, so that's done pretty well for us. Another one during the quarter that we did a lot of work on was Chorus. It's a New Zealand-based company. It's effectively building the NBN, but in New Zealand. And this is an infrastructure company that was really trading at quite low multiples of earnings compared to other infrastructure companies that we could find. So we began buying that stock, and that's done pleasingly, that's done well for us as well.
So in light of the volatility, how has the fund performed over the past 12 months?
Yeah, there has been a lot of volatility, but pleasingly the fund's done well. On a net basis, so after our fees, we've managed to outperform the index by 2.5%, which is a pleasing year.
And finally, Nick, what are your expectations for earnings this reporting season?
I think we're at a very interesting point in markets. We've seen over the last few years the yield defensive names perform particularly well. We find them today trading at very high multiples. On the other side, you've got the cyclicals, which are on depressed earnings, trading on low multiples. So earnings season will be very interesting to see if that trend can continue. We think we're at an inflection point potentially, and we're really looking forward to reporting season.
Nick Pashias, thanks for the update on the Antares Elite Opportunities Fund.
Thank you.